Hello, my name is Kamel Green and this is Mesh. Mesh is a mobile platform that consolidates an organization's activities and events onto one single platform. We are currently live with over 3,000 users across BYU and UVU on the iOS and Android store today, and we are operational at over 10 different companies right now. This whole idea of Mesh began to conceptualize when I started my college career, and that was me. I played football at Washington State University, but I quickly realized that I was just a jock. I was relegated to just being a student athlete. But I was always interested to a wide range of things, from entrepreneurship to technology to startups, and I couldn't necessarily find that, and I didn't know where to go to find them. It wasn't until when I transferred to Brigham Young University, January 2015, is when this problem began to exacerbate. At the time, I can distinctly remember, I had 10,000 friends on Instagram, but I only knew 2. What I was lacking? Genuine social interactions. So I wanted to solve this problem. So what I ended up doing, I connected with Steve Smith, who's the head of clinical counseling here at BYU, and I came to the realization that 70% of current college students across universities feel lonely. This was the problem that I wanted to combat. So in looking more into it with Steve Smith, we realized that universities are spending millions of dollars on student engagement to solve this problem, but they're not necessarily getting a return on their investment because students aren't engaged because there's no platform to help them become engaged. So looking more into this problem, I knew that I had this problem at Nu Skin. I knew I had this problem when I worked at Silicon Slopes. And I know I have this problem with me being a resident for the city of Provo. So we decided to look more into it, and we see that 47% of all U.S. adults feel lonely during a certain time. And this is what helped me expand my vertical to not just higher education, but also municipalities as well as corporate organizations. So here's what these institutions and cities are currently using to solve that problem. That's Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, I want to make this clear. These are not our competitors, these are perpetrators of the problem, and they're perpetrators of the problem because they're exacerbating the issue. And that's oversaturation, which now negates engagement if you're a student, employee, or resident. Let's solve that. So, the solution is Mesh. Now here's a quick video where I want to help you guys understand what Mesh does. So, I'm a student here at BYU, so I'll click on BYU, that's my organization. I'll click next, I'll click sports and tech. Now what it's doing is it's actually consolidating all these things that are going on across BYU to boom. Now you can see everything that's going on. So what I can do now is I can add that to my calendar. Now it notifies me, and I can share that with my friends, and for the administrative level, you can send push notifications. So here's a quick landscape grid looking at Mesh. Mesh does not have messaging, and the reason why we don't have messaging is because we feel like that keeps people on the platform. We want people to facilitate face-to-face interactions and get out, be more engaged. Another thing is Mesh is exclusive. So now that localization helps a resident or a student or employee becomes more connected with their institution and more engaged. So here's our market size. And before I get into this, I want to introduce Nate Wilson, our Director of Finance. Here we go, Nate.
So our total market size between our 3 verticals is roughly $17 million. We believe that from that $17 million, users that want and need Mesh is roughly $4 billion. So because we have this first mover advantage, there's nobody else in the market that's doing what we're doing. We think that it'd be easy for us to get up to 25% market share within the next few years, which would give Mesh a total market of about $1 billion.
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
So, the main question I always get, will institutions pay for this platform? Do they even want this platform? But cities want this platform. Yes. Now, if you take a look at this slide deck right here, these are called a request for proposal. So right now we have Oklahoma University in the city of San Antonio. Now, a request for proposal, this is for campus engagement as well as community engagement. They are seeking a platform for this right now. Another question is our subscription model. Now, this is called an FTE, so it's based off the population size of that city, the population size of that institution, as well as the population size of that corporate organization. Now, the next thing, the biggest one, financial forecast. I'll have Big Nate explain more on that.
So this is a fairly robust built-out financial forecast that goes over our revenues, income, expenses over the next 4 or 5 years. This is based off comparisons between other publicly traded tech companies, and it's a conservative estimate. But we think that within the next 4 years, we can hit $10 million of profit just from the Mesh app.
Okay, so this is the value proposition. Now, I spoke a lot about it from the student's point of view, from the employee's point of view, and from the resident's point of view. Now, I just want you guys to imagine right now, if you are the mayor of the city, you're the mayor of the city of Lehigh, and you can know based off the population what they've been added to the events, what they've been interested in, and from those user insights, what you can put more money into, that's so much money from that. If you can imagine if you were the CEO at Nu Skin, and you now can increase the likelihood for your employee to stay at your organization, you are now making way more money than spending money on new employees, which can then help the employee retention. So the biggest thing is traction, right? So the main question, guys, is where is Mesh now? Well, let me answer that for you. This is not an idea. We're currently live right now at BYU and UVU, and we just closed a deal with Innovation Point, who has over 1,000 employees. If you take a look at right here, we closed a deal with the startup district here in the city of Provo. So that's with Harmon Brothers, that's with AdHub, that's with vSpatial, that's with Utilize. We are currently operational right now, and we are only trying to take off from here. So here's our go-to-market. So again, we know about COVID-19. In this month right now, we hope to close with additional companies, so that will be 3 companies. In April, we hope to close with 2 more municipalities. We're in communication with the city of Lehigh as well as the city of Orem right now, who's currently looking for an engagement platform. May is when we want to raise our first round. That first round, we were looking for something around $150,000 plus. We want to grow our sales team in the month of June. In July, we want to hope to close and initiate some deals with some more schools, as well as close with 5 additional companies in 2 additional cities. By the end of the year, we hope to have spread out through Utah, and we hope to again raise our second round of funding and now expand to states like Nevada as well as Colorado. So what we need to grow our sales team. So we're looking for sales ambassadors, and we're looking for, at the very least, $100,000. Here's our board of advisors. We got Phil Carmack, Brandon Rodman. These are all CEOs, people who specialize in higher education, as well as Steve Smith, who has the understanding when it comes to the data and analytics behind engagement, and Clint Betts, who's the executive director of Silicon Slopes. Guys, we have a full team with over 3 developers right now. We have 2 designers, UX and UI. Our co-founder, Weston Dangerfield, also has tons of experience when it comes to startup. It's about 11 of us right now. Again, this is Mesh. Thank you.